time is. It's time to wake up. Yeah. Pick a word, my friends. This conspiracy, feed it full of fucking lies, eating shit and spitting me. Suffocation round my back is rooted in my eyes. I got a fucking noose, you're hanging out tonight. Wake up, yeah. Time to wake up.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. What we've got here is failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach. So you get what we had here last week, which is the way he wants it. Well, he gets it. And I don't like it any more than you men. Hello, this is the Big Conspire, episode 104, season 2. How's it going, big bro? My big bro.
All right, bro. How are you?
I'm alright. It's been a long fucking time.
It's
We've
been
had
a
a
long
few
time.
weeks off. We have, to be fair.
I think we've had a few months off.
No, we haven't. Not months. Well,
Yeah, I think it's 2 months.
is it really two? Like 8 weeks?
It's
Is it?
almost, yeah. It's got to be something like that. Anyway, I bet
it's a
everyone out there
long time.
thought we'd given up. I bet they thought we quit. But we ain't quitters.
We ain't quitters. We've just been
We're
busy.
slackers.
Let's be honest.
We're slackers, we're not quitters.
Definitely slackers. I suppose we could have done it on other days and stuff like that, but we didn't because we're slackers.
Anyway,
no, to be
now
fair,
we're back.
No, we are back. How's it going in Lee's conspiracy world, bro?
Yes, slow conspiracy day.
Slow conspires. It's probably good, really. It's probably good to be.
Actually, no, loads of shit's happened in the world since we last done our
Yeah,
podcast.
but in the world, in the outside world, not necessarily in the inside world, in your world or my world, as far as like conspiracies and I don't know and aliens and shit goes, but in the outside world, fuck yeah, it's like lots.
There's a few.
What? Well, I can't say. Look, your dog's conspiring against us.
Yeah,
Then
she
you
does
just start.
that.
He's like, fucking stop it, stop fucking. Look at me, I'm a dog. Me, I'm a dog. See, no. Have you seen those videos of like, there's like a dog, like they film a dog. We've probably talked about this before, and it's just like it's normal dog. It's like on the stairs or whatever. And it's like sitting like a bloke. It's just like almost like smoking a cigar, or whatever, with his legs crossed, or something like that, but almost. And then it's like, and it looks around, it's like, oh shit, I've been sussed, and like that.
Okay,
it
yeah,
does
then
dog stuff,
Does dog stuff.
you know. Well, like they like standing up, like or just walk across like the floor, like walk across the hallway. Then they're like, ah shit, I'm a dog. I'm not really walking like a human.
Yeah, I'm not
People
sure.
go, skinwalkers, not skinwalkers. People
Not
don't know
sure
what
I've seen
skinwalkers
any
are,
of that.
really, like. How could you have not?
Like the actual dog pretending to be humans. Well, not
Like walking,
dogs
well, no,
pretending to be
like walks
dogs.
like
I don't know. I
Dogs
don't even
pretending-
know what you're going
dogs
about.
pretending
I mean,
to be
my dog
dogs.
sits weird because they're that sort of dogs. They like sit like old lady, they look like little old ladies when they sit down.
Your
But-
dogs are like out of Men in Black. They've got people inside them.
Well, they are a pug, so they were in Men in Black.
Exactly.
I'm not sure they've got
Exactly, your
people
dog-
inside them. Maybe they've got
You don't know
parasites.
that. People are parasites. We all know people are parasites. That's cool. Anyway, I don't know where that came from because your dog was like interfering with my dog. Interfered with us just before we started and freaked out something outside that isn't even there. Anyway, let's I don't know. Doesn't matter, does it? We do what we want. We do
can.
what we want. We do what we want. We're the Big Conspire. We do what we want. So yeah, it's been a while. So why don't we get down to have you had?
How's your life been going? What's been going on?
You know,
It's been months.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
but
been
people
weeks.
don't know. It's been months. All right, it's been over
tell you
a
what-
month.
okay, what- I'll
It's
go
been,
into it. I'll tell you what's
let's say
happened.
6 weeks, 7 weeks.
There's been lots of things like well, our mum, do you know what the main thing was? We moved our mum from the house that she lived in for like 1,000 years, 35 years, something like that, to a small, because my dad passed away, obviously, as you know, if you ever listen to this, died, and we're like still distraught or something like that. Anyway, so my mum was in the house in this big mansion. Yeah, right. Just yeah, but she was in. It was getting a bit difficult for her, so she decided that she would like a move. So she applied for a move and got one. And then it was like, oh shit, we had to like move everything out, and it was hundreds of hours of hard work. Not from me, from everybody else. No, it was. There was a lot of stuff to move out and throw away and stuff like that. It just seemed to take forever. And but we finally moved her out, so that's off the that happened. And I had my wife's birthday, so I had to go away for that. And I had my granddaughter's birthday, so like first year, so had to do stuff for that, and probably had my stepdaughter's birthday and had to do, just stuff. There was just loads of stuff, and then going out and just general stuff, really, weren't it? And then stuff, and then we'd get a day and be like, fuck it, not doing it because you're just not, basically. So
because we're slackers, not quitters.
Because we're slackers, yeah. Well, no, because I suppose it's so you need cheers anyway. I've got a Grey Goose and Coke, ruined by the Coke, of course, but I didn't have enough Grey Goose for a straight. Not really. Anyway, cheers.
Makes no sense.
No sense whatsoever. Yeah, but so that's my drink for this evening. He's got Desperado. So my life's busy with work as well, and it's been fucking hot for the last
week,
2 weeks. That's not why we didn't do. There's no reason we didn't not do the podcast because of that. But it is quite hot. I've got like this little air con thing behind me, which is shit, but it's better than nothing at all. Because I'm in this my digital studio, my digital podcasting studio, my little room that hasn't got them. It's lucky I haven't got the mirrors. Would it be like infinitely hotter if I had mirrors in it, do you reckon?
Don't think so, because you haven't got any direct sunlight going in, have you?
But it might. I don't know. No, I definitely have got no sunlight. No direct.
I don't think that's going to make any difference, is it? If you've got no heat source going into it, it's not going to reflect back on you. Maybe
it might be its own heat source. That might work like that. We don't know, do we? Till I try it.
It's never happening.
I'm never doing it. I'm never putting. Not even putting a picture on the wall. Oh look, there's a ghost just went behind you.
Yeah.
See that? Yeah, cool. So your world?
Yeah, same as yours. Without the birthdays and stuff.
Yeah, nothing.
Well, I just mainly wait around for you to do the podcast, don't I?
Well, considering you pretty much do it, and you've been waiting a long time. Yeah. I suppose that's a fair.
Oh, we do it together.
Kind of assessment. We do it.
I did a couple of weeks thinking, can I do one on my own? Could I
Why would you do one on your own? What do you mean I've sat here and waited for you to turn up.
No, I was just thinking, because you've been busy and stuff.
Last weekend? No, not last weekend. Weekend before.
Could I do one on my own? Could I monologue it? And I just thought, no, you can't because you're too boring.
You could do it. You can. I don't know if you could do like a live one. You could. No, it wouldn't. You could talk about stuff. If you want to talk about stuff and you've got on the because you're quite. To be fair, you're quite good at telling a story. If you've got it planned, you'd be quite good. No, you are, seriously. You can tell a really good story off the top of your head as well. You can tell he's my brother. Great. If someone wants to employ him as a storyteller.
Not why I've never done well while on a podcast though. My brain gets all tripped over itself. Again,
if you were prepared to do it yourself, it's different when I go and have to kick the dog or whatever, and you're like, filling in the blanks. It's different, isn't it? When you add, it's like sometimes
Anyway, I didn't. The point was, I thought about it, and then I thought, well, that'd just be silly, so I didn't do it. And here we are.
I thought about it, doing a podcast on my own. It'd be rubbish. It would be rubbish, mate. It's like like me. I'm trying to write songs. I've written quite a few songs, but it's always better doing writing songs with other people. It just is better. Decided that. I think my songs are good, but apparently they're not because it's not good enough. That's all.
Oh
yeah.
Sorry, bro. I thought your songs are quite good.
Some. I've got some good songs, but then I wrote one the other day, and I did. Yeah, no, I wrote one wrote it. Well, I got the music and added stuff and done a song. I was like, I love it. I still like it. I played it to some people, and they're like, "Don't give up your day job," sort of thing. It's I don't think you've heard it yet, but it's I
play
when you
it
just
now. Play it to us now.
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I don't think it'll work. I've got because it's on a strain. I could do it actually, but I'm not going to.
Probably best not to.
Yeah, definitely best not to. Maybe I'll play at the end.
Okay.
How about that? Treat you and you'll be like, yeah, don't give up your day job. But when you just maybe if you drew a picture because you're quite good at drawing and you're like, this is really good, and then you showed it to, I don't know.
Yeah, and people
your wife, and she'd be like, whatever. You know what I mean? When you just
It's like that with all stuff I do. Whatever.
Shit. Whatever, yeah. So, anyway, but I don't know where that came from.
Moving on.
It was talking about, okay, I'm bored about it, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Shitty conversation about nothing.
Shitty conversation. All this time off, we've got nothing good to talk about. Okay, so this morning we might as well just anything like all these weeks? Anything strange happened to you, bro?
I've only
experiences.
I'm trying. Not only for like feelings, which is ridiculous. Of like you know, like just things next to me. I've not seen. I thought I saw like a UFO thing, and I was sitting in my garden. I looked up, and it was like, it looked really much like a plane. But then it kind of, when it did, I thought it's got to be a plane because it was so like.
I'm sure we've had this conversation on the podcast before, where I just go,
probably,
yeah, you live near an airport, you idiot. It's a plane.
Well, but it was really high, but it was high, like high up, but visible. But then I kept watching, because sometimes I'll look and it'll just see like a light, you know. And how can you look at that area? There's a light there.
Yeah.
It was like quite, and then it just kind of like it didn't go off into the distance. It went up, like it went up. It was like
up into the distance.
Yeah, but like disappeared,
like it gained altitude.
But I mean, plane. Usually you can watch a plane till it almost disappears off the horizon, kind of. You know, you're around sort of the airport. You can almost. You know what I mean? You can watch it till.
No, if that's how it works.
Almost.
Horizon. You've not got a horizon. They're flying into the sky.
Yeah, but I mean, it was like literally. It kind of disappeared up as opposed to
okay. Okay, was it a spaceship? Was it a UFO or was it just a plane?
I think it was a plane that flew into space.
Okay.
I think they're not telling us about that
spaceship.
They've got. It was the chemtrail plane that came down, sprayed us, and fucked off back to Mars again.
Yeah.
Something like that. I would say not really. Not like. I haven't had any actual physical.
You haven't seen anything, or nothing's happened really.
No.
Fair enough.
No, that's the truth of
ask.
it. Have I been anywhere that's been potentially haunted in the last? Can't remember, to be honest with you.
Now all the stuff, because it's been weeks, I may have had bits, and I thought, I should do that in the podcast, and then I'll forget. I should really write the stuff down, but it can't be that exciting if I can't even remember.
Yeah, no. I mean, pulling tarot cards.
Yeah.
Seem to have, but that's just like for work and stuff like that. I pulled the last two tarot cards I pulled for XRP, like because I've got XRP and I want it to like go to the moon so I can.
You needed to become the what's it called, the
chosen one.
The currency that they use.
I don't care what it becomes.
Enslave everybody.
I don't care if it doesn't become that and people just go, I'm going to buy this. I don't give a fuck.
I know, isn't that what they're using it for?
Yeah.
Part of the problem.
Digital.
Part of our digital prison. You're invested in our digital prison. Thank you, bro.
I am. Yeah, I am.
Everyone blame Richard when it all goes to shit, and XRP's the digital prison coin.
Yeah, as long as I'm all right.
Well, it's the way it goes.
I haven't got a lot of it. It won't be that all right. Anyway.
More all right than me, though.
Previously, I've pulled, and it's been saying wealth, etc. Previously, when I've done it, this is all going up. But the last two cards I pulled for it, I pulled the death card. It's like, oh great, so the whole is going to go, and tower card, which means everything goes to shit. Like, so it's like but then it could be death card is rebirth, and it could be the tower means the system's going to go to shit, and then XRP's all right. So digital control system.
Well, do you reckon they're going to crash when they're crashing? Because you've been talking about crashing the economy for ages. Do you reckon during the US elections, like before or after?
This weekend.
No, it's not going to be now.
Could be.
It's not. I think the 8th is one of the next things where people say stuff's going to happen. The 8th,
August the 8th, is it?
Yeah, it's some conjunction shit going on. I think.
I think
some what's it called? What's it called with the stars and that? Astronomy.
Conjunction.
Astronomy. Astrology.
Astrology.
I think it's some astrology thing.
Well, there was a guy. I can't tell you his name, but there was a guy who was this TikTok guy. It must be Instagram guy. He's like basically he's a religious guy, and he prophesized basically, because Donald Trump. But by the way, before we last podcast between now and then, Donald Trump, like someone tried to shoot him.
Yeah, we'll go. We'll talk about that in a little while.
Yeah, no, I'll just talk about this bit because it's basically I'm going to keep going on about XRP. Why the fuck not? Because we're talking about it. Some guy. He basically said that there's going to be an assassination attempt on Donald Trump, and he's going to like bend over, and it's going to hit his ear, and he can see his ear being hurt. And he said this like months ago, March or something like that, and now it will turn him to make him become evangelistic, like a real godly person, like whoa. Anyway, but this guy, so he got that right, but he also said he prophesied basically XRP going really high and people
Did he
making loads of
though?
money off it. Well, he did.
Did he?
He did. Both of those. So
Have you
if
watched the whole thing, or have you just read what other people wrote about it?
No, I've watched it. I've watched him talk about it.
So did he actually say videos? Did he actually say Trump was going to go down?
Yeah,
and
he did. Yes. He did.
Okay.
He actually said that, and that was So that was like, how does that's pretty good if you got that right, which he did. But I'm sure. I mean, I haven't watched all of his things, so I'm sure he's got like 1,000 that he got wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but to get that right, it's pretty cool. It's quite a cool.
Well, the thing is, we haven't done any podcast for ages, but long before, like, I was thinking of saying that I reckon there was going to be an assassination. I can't talk. I haven't put my teeth in. Assassination attempt on Trump or Biden, like one of them.
For sympathy.
No, like an attempt, yeah. Because I don't know. That was just I'm saying I was going to say that, and that wasn't a prophecy. That was just thinking how.
Biden's probably dead, isn't he? He's probably dead somewhere, or he's not. Or the fake Biden's dead somewhere, or the fake Biden's retired because Biden's been dead for years or some shit like that. I don't know.
We'll come back to the whole
Trump and Biden
politics,
stuff,
elections.
Yeah.
We'll carry on. Yeah, I haven't had anything going on.
Can I refer to the beginning of when I introduced the thing? Because the little caption that was from Guns N' Roses, the vocals before Civil War. The film. Yeah.
What film was that from? Wasn't it from a film?
Cold Hand Luke,
okay,
I believe. Yeah. But anyway, it's at the beginning of the Civil War song. Because there's a lot of shit going around about Civil War in the UK, but only on shit talk Instagram.
Yeah.
You know, people, well, basically, I watched the film Civil War last night as something to talk about.
What, the American
Have you seen it
one?
yet?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was quite actually better than I thought it would be.
It was
did you not?
terrible.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was like trying to keep myself awake while I was watching it because I was in bed watching it, but it wasn't it wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be. I thought it'd be all flag waving, but it was interesting as in it's basically it's watching photographers trying to get to.
Yeah, I just didn't think
I mean, the story was a bit, but no, it was a stupid. Like the story didn't really explain.
Yeah, why?
You had to sort of work out what was going on and why it had happened and all that stuff. But I thought it was quite. I don't know. I enjoyed it more than
you thought you would.
Yeah, basically, and it was like it was just
not a very good film.
It was like bits of stuff that might happen. It would happen in any war, but like a civil war kind of thing, where there's, there's no good guys, no bad guys, really, is there in it? Apart from they're just trying to get rid of the president, who's supposed to be, he's on his third term because they only have 2 terms or something. But
it didn't really have any characters, and it didn't really have any
real
plot. So I just didn't think it was a very good film.
No, I was trying to watch it to see. Because when it came out, it was like, this is what's going to happen in America, wasn't it? And that was the idea. Because that's what happens is there's separatist states, but it's California and Texas, isn't it? It would never
Makes no sense.
Yeah, no, I should never say never, but yeah, I mean that was that. I mean, I read why the writer did that. It was so that it didn't take political.
Yeah,
didn't stand
mixed the two things and mashed them together, which makes no sense.
Yeah,
because the writer of the film didn't explain why any of it was happening. Anyway, I didn't think it was a very good film. It didn't really.
Well, it was like the states, a couple of states had decided they didn't want to be part of the United States, and then the federal government decided they were going to crack down on them, and then they killed civilians and shit like that, and then the WF, Western Forces.
WEF,
and,
Western.
There was a bit of that in there, wasn't there? Like WF, WEF, which they're the ones that are going to take out the free-term government or whatever. Anyway, I watched it just for something to talk about.
Well, you liked it better than I did. There you go. It
wasn't brilliant, but it was better than I thought it would be.
Okay.
Have you seen any decent films in meaningful films in a couple of weeks? Me neither. Fucking hell, we live exciting lives,
I haven't really watched a lot of anything, really.
You've just been playing games, haven't you?
I haven't even been playing games, bro. I don't know what I've been doing, but it doesn't seem to be anything. I haven't been doing anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not been listening to a lot of like podcasts and stuff like that because of the job. Because I can't. Because I just have to. I mean, sat nav most of the time because damn, it makes it difficult for me to listen to stuff. So anyway, so you've had nothing, zero.
What?
Right, that was
Stuff? No,
episode 104.
I can't think of anything. No, I got nothing on that. What about?
Did I talk about? So did I talk about my van that I went past? Have I on the motorway? It's been such a long time, hasn't it? I talked to you about it, but
I don't know. You talked to me. Maybe you didn't say.
I probably didn't, so I'm gonna. Right,
say it again then.
Say it again. So it has been that long time actually, because it's been quite a while. So anyway, I might have talked about it. I'm gonna call about it again. Coming back on the motorway from Bournemouth, sunny Bournemouth, collected my mother and my auntie to bring my mum and auntie back to this area, my area. We went past a boat. We didn't go past a boat. We went past a car that was pulling a boat, basically. And it was pretty. Well, we noticed it. It's like, oh look, there's a car, the car pulling a boat. Blah. You notice it. So we steamed past this, and it's just like a jeep pulling it. So it's not a big lorry or anything like that, and it can only go a certain speed, really. So we zoomed past this boat being pulled by a car. Keep going because I'm I don't take that long on a motorway. I do have a little bit of be a bit zoomy. So the traffic wasn't bad; it was free flowing, etc. And then so we come up after a certain amount of time, 10 minutes, something like that, and we come up to the freaking boat again on the motorway on the left hand side. I was like, we just passed that, whatever back. How is it the same boat? And my wife remembers stuff. She does remember stuff like that. She said, yeah, it's the same boat. Same registration, etc. And it's got I can't remember what the writing was, but there was like a note inside the boat. I can't remember what it was now. Okay, that's weird. Went past again. Okay, and lo and behold, whatever X amount of minutes later, I think it was a bit longer this time. Come up to the boat again, and there was no way, absolutely no way that boat could have got past us. It couldn't, unless it flew
Twice.
Because it's been a while now. We went past that boat 3 times, and that was definitely a Matrix moment. Definitely
in the Matrix.
Yeah, 100%. And I was like, I'm still baffled by it. Still blown away, baffled. And I say to my wife, "What about the boat?" She's like, "Oh, whatever. Eat your peas." You know what I mean? It's like it's. I can't explain it. That's all. And everyone would be like, even you're thinking, yeah, you just overtook
no,
that.
I've thought of ways how to explain it. I think I asked you, could it have been like a more than one boat, like the similar thing being pulled by the same vehicles, like a fleet of them? Yeah, like identical things pulling it, and you just...
Because the reg was the same, so...
was it like one number out, and you just... Because they're all part of the same thing, was it something like that?
I don't think so.
I'm just not in my... That's the only thing I can think of.
Just bizarre.
Or it was the Matrix.
I'm thinking more and more that people are like Sims, or they're not, weird. There's like 25% of Earthlings are actual conscious beings, and the rest are just, I don't know, code or something like that, like duplicated code, agents or whatever the fuck, like to keep you in the... I don't know what's going on, but it ain't right. It's not right, bro.
How do we know that we're not duplicated code?
No, I think we probably are, but we're the same duplicated code. But I actually really do think, almost generally when I think about it, but not all to think about it all the time. But when you're having that moment, you think about something.
Yeah.
That there's only one being in whatever this is.
Yeah.
That are conscious, but we're split up somehow. Experiencing all the other stuff. Everyone else is not a conscious being. Does that make sense? We're like, no. You're conscious.
Yeah.
Possibly, hopefully, I hope you are. But you're me anyway.
Yeah, so why isn't everybody else?
But no, there's 75% of people on the planet. Your wife's probably conscious, but she is you and me as well, and mine is, and But there are certain people that suffer from, not they call it, they don't suffer from it. aspirate is what's the one like when you can't think, can't
Hang on,
picture stuff.
Asphasia or something.
And yeah, I think maybe
Anaphasia?
they're not. Maybe like my sister, I was actually just a.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I'm just saying.
Because they got anaphasia, they're just bots.
Yeah, because they can't. How can they? If they can't think, you can't have an.
They can think.
They
They just
can't.
don't
They've
have
got no
the same
create.
way-
They can't
they-
create. They can't. We're
course they can,
conscious
'cause
creators.
people
How
do.
can they?
I
They
don't
can't.
know how, but they do.
They can't. No, I'm not on about they can't create right things. I don't not on about that or make stuff. They can't create in this universe the way we create, like our own world. You know, like conscious creative visualization, where you can make yourself win the lottery, which we haven't done yet. You know, like that kind of thing, or you think something and then it happens. That kind of thing. I don't think they. I think maybe they can't do it because they have no way to do it. They have no connection to the matrix.
Interesting theory.
That makes sense.
It makes sense.
But if it makes sense.
Yeah,
My explanation makes sense. Whether it makes sense or not, it's a different matter, but my explanation makes sense.
Yes. Yeah, so you create your own reality, and there's only a certain amount of people able to create the reality we live in.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones with
The power.
imagination or whatever. Or not imagination,
Actually,
but.
You call it
like-
imagination.
Yeah. Because I'm sure those people who can't picture stuff in their heads don't have imagination, just in a different way. It's
How?
like an alien. I don't know how.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they've got. Maybe
Inner
we
thoughts.
just.
They don't have inner thoughts, but they just.
If you don't
maybe
have any thoughts.
maybe they're the ones who create everything. They just do
How?
because they're not thinking about it. Yeah, but they're just doing it through.
Maybe,
it's
but I
just
think
like
it stops it. Maybe we're the stoppers.
They're the program, so it just runs through them. Like they just do it. Whereas we.
Yeah, but then we're something separate from that.
Yeah, and we can't.
Which is
we
still the
can't-
same thing as what I'm talking
No,
about.
we can't create anything because we got too much going on, so we're not part of the program. But in that sense, so we can't create the program because they're just like.
It doesn't disparage. I don't think that's a word, but I'm going to use it. Disparage from the fact that we are.
Disparage from the fact, yeah, that
they're-
doesn't go together.
They're still they're still the agents, regardless.
Yeah, they're the agents of creation.
You know. No. All right. Yeah. Okay. So they're part of they're the programmers or whatever, but we're still.
Yeah, but we can't do anything about it.
We're just prisoners.
Maybe.
Maybe you could be right, but it's still different.
Well, yeah, I didn't say we're not different, but you were saying like we're the creators, but perhaps we're not. Perhaps they're the creators because they just
perhaps
they just create through. They don't have to think. They don't have to think about it. They just do it. It's just part of what they are. It's their essence.
How does
I quite like that.
You must I quite like that as well. It's quite good. You're probably right because we know. That's it. You've nailed it. Like you must. Do you? I've probably asked you this before. Like you think something, and then your wife says it.
Yeah.
A lot. So that makes me think.
Conversation loads of times.
Yeah, I know. I keep saying to my wife doesn't like it at all. You are me, I'm you. She's like, I'm fucking you. I'm not you. You know what I mean? Like it's like, but she says it's too weird. But I do. I'm just getting
It's
that.
quite weird.
I'm getting that vibe, man. Getting that.
Hey.
We are the same.
Well, everything's the same part of the consciousness.
We are one. Infinite
Separated.
love is the only truth.
Separated infinitely forever.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, just went off on a.
We separated infinitely forever.
Not separated. We're infinite beings of immortal, created, blah.
But we're all separate though.
We're not separate.
Like
we are one. We are
we're
not
all,
separate. We are one. One.
Yes, but we're not though. We're all separate.
We're
There's a thing I said. We're all. I can't remember now. We're all living.
the thing you said that you can't remember. If you
yeah,
might know,
we're all
so
alive. We're all like together alone, aren't we? Basically.
Yeah. Yeah. We're together alone. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it does.
explains
It does. No, we're together alone. Yeah. You're born alone. You live alone. And you die alone. But you have
together.
Yeah. But you're together with.
Unless you can read people's minds.
We can in a way because that's why you say stuff that.
That's why you and your yeah. I don't think you're reading minds.
It's definitely a weird connection there. Though.
Yeah, there's
What is
connections.
that?
No, it's just when you spend lots of time with people, you sync up with them, don't you? It's like a...
Yeah, but it's not just you think the same way. You literally think the same way.
Yeah,
You know what I mean, you're
sync
thinking
up.
is that so, but like in a real way, not just like a
I know.
body language way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you're trying to be science with me, like
No, I
in
wasn't
an
trying to
animal
be
way.
anything.
It's-
I just...
okay.
I don't know why.
You are allowed to do. You're allowed to do
does.
science. It's
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
any science.
very.
You're trying to call
very
me a
incredibly-
scientist. Trying
no.
to abuse me by calling me a scientist.
Waha, waha,
I'm not allowed to trust
waha,
scientists
yeah.
anymore. Science is bad.
And, science
Anyway,
is excellent.
before we move on to me asking that question, because I know you have something for me about that, but I was going to, at this point, we'll talk about like if we had any correspondence, whatever, from anybody in 8 weeks. Anyone like,
Anyone?
say, hey,
Did
boys,
you check the emails?
checked them the other day.
Was there anything other than spam? Any good
Spam.
spam in there?
No good spam, unless you want to,
Any deals?
I don't know,
My wife?
I think I need to enter my credit card
£1,000
details.
ventures or whatever it is.
I need to enter my credit card details into numerous sites so I can get packages delivered that I didn't order. Apart from
Okay.
that, no one bothered. So there
Have
you
done
go.
it then?
Oh yeah. I got all the packages covered. Yeah, it's all perfectly legal. Yeah, no
We'll have a
emails, no messages.
We'll have a party if
nothing.
we get a message.
Yeah, we probably will. Fair enough. Right, so moving on, bro. Have you had,
Go on.
all these weeks, have you had any meaningful dreams?
Yes, brother. Yes.
What you got for me?
I'm going to start with last night.
Okay.
When we say meaningful, don't we?
Well, yeah, but we don't actually mean that. We just mean, can you... Well, originally it was meaningful because when we started this, hold on, as an explanation, when we started this, you thought that you had a connection to like higher powers and they were going to give you prophetic dreams that never actually played out. I mean, that was the reasoning behind it. But,
Still.
yeah,
There's
you still
some connection.
You still want
There's
the
some-
connection, but I think we've come to realise you're just dreaming, bro. At the moment.
No.
Okay.
No. I don't think I am. It's just discerning what is going on. Right, this one.
Right, let's go.
I'm going to do last
This
night.
is
So I can
meaningful,
remember this one. This couple of in my head they sound amazing. Wham bangers. In reality, probably just dreams. Right. So starts. I don't know which order, but we'll start with the order that I can feel it in. Basically, I'm in dream mode, and something happens to my nose. Like there's this bone. Like in my dream face, there's this like wobbly bone down here. It falls out. And it's like the plug for something up here. All this blood stuff.
People, if you just listen to this, he's like at the bottom of his nose, he's got a plug, like where your nostrils would be, but between his nostrils, he's saying there was something there that fell out.
Well,
is that right?
it was actually no. It was more. It wasn't like my face the way this is. It was like in like under my nose, in where my lip is. There's like some kind of bone which in the dream nose. It was
Okay.
wobbly, and I accepted that that was there, and it fell out in my, and I
Okay.
knew that was part of my body, and it fell out, and it started pissing with blood. Like I was like, oh, shit, I've got to get help. But also, what started happening? It wasn't just blood coming out. It was like my brain fluid started coming out of my nasal, like pissing out, and I needed to get help. So I was like, I don't know in what time frame, but basically you were there, and you.
It's always me.
Yeah, you had to take me to like hospital, and then suddenly it was like I had some kind of blackout, and then I was there in this room, and there was
That's
these,
probably
like,
because you lost too much brain fluid.
Well, obviously, yeah. Well, here we go, because I was in this room, and there was like these people in white coats, and they were like trying to grab me and shit, and they were like, "I'm going to inject you. I'm just going to inject you to calm you down." I was like, "I don't need to calm down. I need help because I'm bleeding." Like, no, we're going to calm down because. Basically, what happened is you blacked out. You didn't black out, but you violently attacked your brother because of all your brain fluid that come out, and it changed your personality. And so he's brought you to a mental place. You took me to a mental asylum, and they were trying to inject me, and I like fought them off and stuff like that. And then it just went. Obviously, I'm in dream talk now. It went all fucking weird. Reality, the reality just shifted, and there was like. Mirrors, and I was looking at the mirrors, and everything was like weirdly warped, and then I don't know. I know this is I don't know, and then other stuff happened, but then at the end there were like these milk crates, and there were these little people in the milk crates, and they were the real reality. And they
when
were
you
like
say milk crates, are you talking about the ones where they're like separated and you could put individual bottles
like
in
bottles
there?
in,
like 12 bottles in the
That's
crate.
all I can explain it
and
like.
So where the bottles were, there was people.
Yeah, but they were like, and they were like, we're the real reality. And they were like talking, shouting at the other people, like people that were like looking down. And they were like laughing because they knew that the tall people, didn't know what reality was. And they were and that was
the little milk crate.
Yeah, and that was like the end of that. I'm sure there was
more.
more in it than that, but that was like really weird. Next one.
So, can we dissect what was meaningful about that?
Dissect. Oh, fuck knows.
Because I've got nothing.
It was so bizarre. I mean, I don't know.
Was it because was you really hot in bed? Was it like having a fever dream type
It was
thing?
very, very hot.
Seems
It
like
was very hot last night. Very hot, and waking up
Sticky.
and stuff like that, and watching that film. I suppose I don't know what that had ever anything to do with it before we went to bed. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but it was very. I've had some quite sort of distinctively sort of disturbing dreams, but that was quite. And then the one, I think the next one is the one after. I was on this bus, this kind of ruined bus. So this is dream number 2. Go back to sleep, wake up. Wake up after that one, and then go back to sleep, and then go into another. And I'm with my wife in this one, and there's I think like a daughter figurey kind of thing with us. I was like, I hear like really loud thunder, like explosions or something like that. I kind of look and have to really look, and I look, and there's these 2 towers that are on fire, and they're like really like the Twin Towers, but really like really, and it's like
really. What does really mean?
Like
they're
really burning, like
okay.
The whole thing's engulfed in flame, and it's like out of every window is like just burning. These 2 towers are burning. I'm like, it's like, oh, that's the towers, like as in the tower card from. I recognise in my dream that's the tower card. I was like, oh no, and then we kind of got out, and then suddenly, this is so weird again. Reality split, and couldn't work out. I had another wife, but not another wife, so it split, and I lost my wife, and we all went into a different reality, and I because reality had split, I couldn't work out where my wife was in. I know it's really making my brain hurt now, but I was like, and I got scared because I think I died, and I couldn't work out where. Yeah, and the wife that was with me wasn't. It was just like a reflection of the wife. So I lost my wife, and I didn't know where she'd gone, and I died, and then all reality just went all to fucking shit. And then Dad was there, and I was feeling his hands. But this is definitely just a thingy memory, because I remember before Dad died, I made sure I felt his face and his hands so I could remember what they felt like. But in my dream, I was like feeling his hands, and I died, and I was like,
Jesus Christ!
Oh, it was so. And then obviously I woke up from that, and it was so weird. And now I can go on to another dream that I've just remembered. I know this is a whole peripheral. Okay, so last weekend I had we were moving. My mum finally, like during the week last week, and the dream I remember, it was a sleep paralysis moment. So I'm in the kitchen in my dream, and I start to feel a bit funny, a bit faint, and my mum's there, and I think your wife's in the kitchen. I go, I don't feel right, and I fainted, like passed out, and I died in my dream. Everything went black, and I panicked. I was like, oh shit, I can't die now. And then I had the sleep paralysis thing, and I was like, oh, I've got to wake up because I'm dying. I'm like woke up in bed because I had to wake myself up because I died in my dream, so that I wasn't dead. I don't know. Maybe I had a bit of sleep apnea or something like that. That was disturbing. That was quite disturbing. Yeah. So I had that, and I've got another one which I can remember. The next one, basically, I went to sleep, and I don't know if it wasn't an OB or anything like that, but I just remember. Oh, I've got it now. I remember what it is now. I was climbing up the staircase, and I could hear Mysterious Universe, the guys from Mysterious Universe talking in my dream, which is really, you don't often hear stuff in people talking in dreams. I could just remember hearing that in dream, and I got to the top, and there was this pillar. And there was this pentagram on it, and it was like all a bit sort of a bit satanic, really. I was like thinking, and it was like saying that basically Mysterious Universe is a bit satanic. And then I got into this room, and there was a big, massive like Baphomet symbol and pentagram on the floor, and I was like, this is definitely satanic. This is not good. And then these satanic figures started to come out to get me, and I was like you know, like with a like fake like eyes wide shut masks and stuff like that, and they were like chasing me. So I ran out the room, and I've done that dream shit when you go and like the corridors, it goes on forever, and then like it was all like stuck, and I couldn't go any further. Like I was stuck in I was like, you know, when you're like, and they were going to come and get me, and then suddenly I burst into this room, and it's like an office, and there's this, and it's like, it's not good, but there's this dude, and he's like balding, bit fat balding, and he's got different coloured eyes, and I immediately know that it's basically, for want of a better word, because I don't like the term devil, but I want a better word, it's the devil's there, and I know he's there. I know it's him, and he's like, how you doing? I was like, I can't remember what I said, but he was basically like, soon you can come and do this job, because basically he's just it's choice. He's just what's it called, shuffling through people that come and think they've sinned. He's just doing the paperwork for it. He's not like, it doesn't feel good. It feels like, you know, like a not very nice particularly place you want to be, but there's no screaming, anything like that. There's no bodies or anything like that, but you don't particularly want to be there. And he's like, I think we've got a place for you here very soon, like, you know, in this office, working in this office. I was like, I don't think so, no thank you. And I like sort of edged out, and then I was like, woof, and I went to the other place, the heaven place. So I'm there, and basically God's there, but so I'm going to say I'm in heaven, because that's how people will understand how I'm talking about this. But it's the place that's supposed to be, but it's not the other place. It's this other place, and I think God's there, and God is man and a woman, like in this kind of shape. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I got a hug, which was rather quite pleasant. And I was like, I'm afraid for my soul. And God said, the voice said, it's okay. All you can do is be the best version of yourself that you can. Yeah. It's like, okay, that's good. That's a good advice. So I go to leave, and I look, and the gates of heaven are broken, and there's someone fixing them, but they're never going to be fixed. They never were, because it's basically I know that they're saying that anybody can go in if they want. You know, it's like it's open to everybody. Yeah. And then there's this lady there, and she's all dressed in red, and I know she's an angel. And I say to her, "Are you coming then?" And she says, "You know I can't leave. I have to stay here." And then that was the end of that. And I woke up, and I told my wife about it, and she was like, "Ha ha, you're like a Christian now, ha ha." You know, like all that stuff. Oh, you're into God and stuff like that. But that was so profound that it's, you know, to obviously it's either I am met whatever entities, or it's my whatever side's dark and good side. Like, you know, yeah, you have these conflicts, don't you? You know, you get a lot of. I like to think of myself. I want good stuff to happen. I like to, you know, to meditate and stuff like that. But also, fucking bring on the apocalypse. You know what I mean? Because why not? In a way, do you know what I mean? I really don't want it, bro. I don't want it, but you know, because I want to know. I want to see the end. I want to see, because I want to know. Well, you'll know. I want to know.
You'll know eventually.
I will. I know. There's no rush. There's no rush to it. But I'm just trying to explain. Maybe I'm trying to explain maybe my, you know, with the dream about God, and that's why, you know, like you've all. What did God look like? It was a man and a woman. It was like I had this dream before with it was a crystal, like a crystal block of a man, multi-faced man, woman. Okay. Kind of spinning around. All the aspects. Yeah. There's no. It definitely wasn't a sex or anything. More feminine than masculine, but it definitely wasn't a you know, a particular sex. But I had a dream many years ago, like I Foth, ibis, the bird-headed. Is it Foth? Well, anyway, it was Foth in my dream, and it was like crystal, and it's kind of the same kind of shape. God is like, crystal. Anyway, that's pretty profound, meaningful to me in some kind of a personal way. But yeah, they're all like, especially the ones from last night. Yeah, pretty mind blowing, and obviously the God one, without feeling any kind of attachment to God or anything like that afterwards, but it's still.
Well, at least you know you've got a job to go to.
Brilliant. I don't want that one. Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's all about.
But you're just working in an office, though.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Basically, working in an office like that, boring. But you decide whether you go to these places or not. It's all choice afterwards. When you die, when you leave this thing, it's it's your choice. Everything's choice. Like how I think our lives now are utterly our own choices. I know when we're going through the day and we're like, gosh, you can't just go. Right, I could if I chose just leave my house and go sit in a field or whatever, go and do what I wanted to do. You can do that, because you don't, because you've got certain aspects to your life that you like, But ultimately, you have got a choice to do whatever you want, really, But I choose to enjoy what I've got, So
yeah.
But I think even before you come here, I know people go like, babies don't choose to be hurt and all that stuff. No, when you're here, you don't choose that, but you do. I do think you choose maybe on a scale of how shit you're going to go through, maybe. Or it doesn't matter because afterwards it doesn't really matter anyway. It's just experience. I don't know. I do think there's an aspect of our choosing. I do. I mean, you have to agree with me. I know you don't agree with me, so I just think that. So whether it's
I don't
true
know
or
what
not,
I think about
it's
that.
neither here nor there, really. It doesn't matter if it is that or isn't.
No, it's not here nor there, is it?
It is what it is. So you want to tell me your dreams?
I had one a few weeks ago, but I can't really remember it now.
Can you remember any aspect of it?
I can remember. Right, I'll try and recall it as best I can.
It's hard, isn't it? Because it's like you get one feeling.
It was like a month ago.
That's all right.
And, what it was, I don't know the rest of the dream, what was going on.
Doesn't matter.
Eventually ended up in a flat, in an apartment. And it was on the first, I know it was on the first floor, but I'll tell you why in a little while. And there was something dark in the corner of the room, like a shadowy thing.
I hate that.
And get that feeling like, it's something horrible over there. So, fuck it, I'm going to go up to it. So I went up to it, and what rose out of the shadow was like this, like a figure made out of boxes, like arms, like all pieces of boxes. And I was like, oh, you're horrible. I'm like, your boxes, right, you're going to get boxed. So I started punching it a few times and knocked it down. And then it turned into like this little boy, like a little child, say about 8 years old, but he didn't have like any hair, and he looked like had a really horrible face. And I knew it was like a demon, and it was like snarling at me. And I said to it, you can't be here. You're not allowed to be here. You're not allowed to be here. And it just like laughed at me. And I was like, no, because I've seen, you watch stuff about people being like, not possessions or ghosts and that. And it's like, if you don't give it power, if you sort of refuse it to, sometimes people will just say you can't be here, and you'll hear the stories where the thing goes because you don't give it any energy, you don't allow it permission or whatever. So I was doing that. I was like, you can't be here. And I think 3 times I said really forcefully, it's like, you can't. And it weren't taking any notice of me. I think it laughed at me. So I was like, oh, fuck it. Like, I was being really intense with it. And I was like, oh, fuck it. All right. I said, all right, in the name of God, you can't be here. And I went down that route, and I thought in my head, I'm just going to try that because people say that works. I was like, in the name of God, you can't be here. In the name of Jesus, you can't be here. It's like, in Jesus' name, or something like that, like, you can't be here. And I think I even put my hands out like the cross. I was like, you can't be here. And he just fucking laughed at me. It didn't do anything. I think it. I think it got cowed back a little bit, but it didn't. It wouldn't go. And then out the window, I heard like a noise. So I looked out, and like I'm on the first floor, looking down. And down, there's a man standing down there, and I think he was like in a suit, but he had these red eyes, and he looked like a perfect normal man. And he's like, I can take him away from you. All you got to do is open the window. And I was like, oh, fuck, I don't really want to do that. And he's like, yeah, I can get rid of it. And I was like, I don't know. And the thing was laughing at me, and I think it was getting like a bit more sort of warped and that. I was like, oh, fuck it. So I opened the window, and the man was sort of there by the window, and he like reached in with a long arm and grabbed the child and just pulled him out and like took him out into the street. And then when the thing was on the street, it was like the child thing was going, oh no, please don't. I don't want to go back there. Please don't make me go back there. Oh, it's fucking horrible back there. It was like crying and really scared and stuff. And then basically that was I closed the window, and then I think I woke up after that, and I just remember it thinking, Jesus
you think my
Christ.
dreams are weird? You're visibly more
I don't know,
disturbing than
but it was
mine,
just
I
the
think.
whole, like the two things, like I couldn't get rid of it. Like no matter what I was trying to do, I didn't have the power, even invoking God, the power of God, even like me in the dream having to like believe in that to get it wouldn't think. But this, I knew it was another demon outside because he had like the red eyes, but it looked like a man. But because it wouldn't go, I think. But then like the cries of this child demon, like it really, really was in like terror. It's like, please, I don't want to go back there. That's a horrible place. No, please don't send me back there. It's fucking, you know what I mean? And he's gone back there. Wherever it was, come and collected him and took him away.
Oh, shouldn't have had such a snidey face, should it? You might have let him.
Well, no, I don't know. It's just the whole thing was. That's why I remembered it from. That's as much as I can remember from like a month ago. But yeah,
Wow.
it wasn't good.
I want some nifty dreams tonight.
I'm not sure what that was about.
Big dream spire.
Yeah, I mean, we often have dreams to talk about. Anyway, what do you think about that one?
Yeah, that's brilliant. I like that. I can picture that. That's the problem with having a creative visualization brain. So I can literally see what just happened.
Yeah.
the eyes and the.
Don't take me back there. You really didn't want to go
So what
back
do you
to
think?
I presume it was hell. You just didn't really
Think it was
didn't
a
want to go
part
back
of yourself going somewhere.
it's just a
that
dream,
You don't
innit?
want to go back to something you don't.
No, I don't
want
think it was part of me.
Well, if you were going to take your dream apart, it's like a part of your childhood that you don't want to revisit or something like that.
Maybe, but I don't think it was part
He's
of me.
gone quiet there. I don't know.
No, I don't. I don't know what
But
it
it's
was.
your-
It's
it's your
just a
inner
dream,
child.
isn't it? Yeah, maybe. No, it wasn't my
Your
inner child. It was
inner
horrible.
child.
It was a horrible thing.
Yeah, your inner child's horrible.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That's the dream. If anyone's got any ideas about what that meant,
Yeah. Oh wow.
probably shouldn't have opened that window in the first place, but did go back out
No.
again and
It's
then
like,
closed it.
I don't think I would have let.
Yeah, but then
I
I'm
think-
stuck in the place with this child demon thing.
Just
And
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because
the collector wanted to get the thing rather than get me. Well, that's what it seemed.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just a weird dream. That's all I've got. I've got no other interesting
That's good.
ones that I can remember. Anyway, moving on then. Pull that stuff behind us.
Where can we go?
Obviously,
Where can
people,
we go
if
from
you've got
that?
any ideas about, or even if you've got any decent dreams that you want to let us know about. Oh, it's
If
got
you
to
had
be
any
real.
trips?
Don't make shit up. Send
Eating
it
any
to-
mushrooms?
No, we don't want
Anyway.
proper. We want like dreams. Or do we want psychedelic? Yeah, well,
Oh,
any stories,
I
any of
love
that stuff. Yeah,
psychedelic. I fucking love
any
a
of that stuff.
psychedelic
Send it
story.
to bigconspire@hotmail.com.
Me and my bro here. We're going on to Yurt Fest in, I don't know whether it is, in beginning of October. We'll have some psychedelic stories to tell you.
Maybe.
Oh yeah. Well,
Probably
he
not.
will. So I
It'll
don't
just
do
be
that
snowing.
anymore. Don't shoot anymore. Probably will
Um,
be snowing. Yeah. I'll die of hypothermia. Anyway, go on.
Moving on.
What
What
do you
news we got to go on? We've got to talk about. Obviously, a lot of
about-
stuff's happened, hasn't it?
We can talk
UK
about.
UK, we had an election
Yeah. We had a
since our
big,
last
we had a big erection.
since our last podcast.
The Labour Party was voted in with a small amount of votes. Do you know Jeremy Corbyn had more votes when he lost last time than
Yeah,
the
I
whole
know.
Labour Party had? Yeah, so he was more popular than the Labour Party that got in under a massive majority this time. Like, it's bizarre,
Strange
isn't
how it works.
it?
Isn't
It is very strange. Yeah, I honestly thought the turnout would be big because people hated the Tory government so much. But it's gone fucking overdrive since Labour got in. It's like Labour created all the problems everywhere.
Yeah.
Isn't it? You know, like,
Well,
I don't. Is
think
that just
that's-
social
I think
media or is
that's
that?
a lot of social media stuff that you're looking at?
Yeah, I
I
suppose so.
think because
Yeah.
at the moment my
I'm falling
social
for that
media
shit.
is flooded with just right wing, what you would call right wing rhetoric.
It is right.
of,
Like, well,
against immigration and how bad that Labour's being and letting all the, it's all their fault.
weird because they've like been in for 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, a lot of it's got to be bots and stuff, hasn't it?
I suppose so. Yeah.
And just trying to sow division in the country.
Well, like, one of the first things they did though when they come in, am I getting this wrong? Is just like cut winter fuel allowances for.
Well, they've
it means tested, isn't it? Like as opposed.
They're going to do some sort of means test instead of giving it to everybody.
Which I suppose, like, if you need it, you need it. If you don't need it, then. But it's like all pensioners are going to lose out. I'm not really sure because if you need it, then
we don't know at the moment, do we? How?
No.
Well, I don't know if they've actually said how it's going to work, but obviously, there'll be some people who don't need it who get it, and that money can be taken and given to people who do need it. That's the reasoning behind it.
I think it's just.
I mean, obviously, there's going to be people that fall through, don't reach that threshold. Yeah. And are going to suffer. I don't know how you deal with it. Either you give it to everyone, or if you have some sort of means testing, then you've got to have a level, haven't you? It's like any sort of tax bracket as well. You get, if you earn 25, I don't know what the tax brackets are. So let's say 25,000, the tax bracket goes up, and you earn. Someone earns
25.
No, I'm just saying. You earn £24,999, and then another person earns £25,000. The person's is earning £1 more, and then their tax bracket's gone up. It's that sort of thing, isn't it? You always get that.
I think your maths are wrong there, but whatever. You said 29 and then 20. But I understand what you mean. Like
£24,999.
Oh, did you say that then 25? I thought you said 29, but
well,
whatever.
I mean,
like,
you earn £1 more than that person. The person earning the pound less gets the benefits, or whatever, and the lower tax bracket, the one who earns £1 more goes into a higher tax bracket, but is only earning £1 more than the other person. Somewhere you've got to have a cut off. I don't know how it's going to work. I expect for some people it's going to be shit. I don't know, but
do you know
country sucks.
The government that's in there now is just there to implement more things by the WEF and Agenda 2030. It's still going to be shit for everybody. It doesn't matter who's in power. They're just implementing the same fucking or continuing the agenda. I think just I
think the one of the biggest problems there's loads of big problems. One of the biggest ones is they're going to continue privatising the NHS or using private partners to. They're saying to improve it or whatever, to reduce waiting times.
That's why all this racial stuff is a massive distraction from everything else that they're just continuing to do. If you're looking at this, they're just doing shit the other way.
Yeah, but I don't think it's their distraction. I think it's just someone else's distraction.
You don't think it's their distraction?
No, I don't think the government's making this.
Well,
I think there's divisions within the country where certain people want different things. I don't think the Labour government want there to be riots on the streets and people fight each other. Well, you know what I mean? I don't think they want that.
I think you'll find that the people that have got the power there to implement whatever do want that, and they know that that's part of the. That's what I think. They're part. They're part of the. Doesn't mean the whole of everybody got elected is part of it. People that are there that get the big, get the big jobs and stuff like that. They're aware of what's going to be happening, and they're there to implement problem reaction solution. In my opinion, doesn't mean I'm right, but that's how I feel. That's what I think is the thing. So it's going to be a big shit show. And I did actually pull a card, funny enough, for if the Labour Party got in, it was before the results, and I got the Tower again. So everything goes to absolute shit. But then the Towers could be rebuilding. It could be government, Tories gone. If I want to look at it like that, it could be Tories gone, Labour comes in, changes everything. Just saying.
Communist.
They're not fucking communists.
I know they're not.
They're just right wing. They're all right wing. They're all.
It's one of those things where you hear, like in
pigs.
People from America commenting, like, "Oh, the Democrats are communists." It's like they're not fucking communists, are they?
No.
They're
no.
They're not trying to. Give the workers the what's it called? Control of production to the workers
without compensation. Under control of the workers. I'm sure I got the wording wrong because every time I said it, Dad used to go, "No, you got the wording wrong." Not that my dad was a raving. He was a raving communist when he was younger.
They're communists. Like, they're not communists. They just want to take all the power for themselves and make everyone else do as they're told. It's not. It's not communism. That's just dictatorship. That's just. I don't know. Whatever. They're just dictators. They want to be dictators. The same as this country. They just want to dictate to people and take all the power and control it.
Straight away, as soon as because you had these 3 kids that were killed and 10 injured. by a bloke with a knife, and straight
In the
away,
UK.
literally next day, it's like, and then there's riots or some disorder. I weren't particularly riots really. A bit of rioting, a bit of burning police vans. So it was a bit of rioting. Then they're straight away. They're like, we need to bring in powers to curb demonstrations. It's like,
Yeah,
you know,
walking
it's not like
into it.
it's not we're going to stop people stabbing people, or I mean, it's hard to cut down knife crime. They can't increase policing. I don't know, whatever,
Well, look
whatever,
at,
blah blah blah. But it's not.
What happened on social media, like the riots, because people were saying that it was a Muslim person who had stabbed it, and I don't think they were Muslim, were they? Or
well, he's
were they a
from
convert,
Rwanda.
maybe? Yeah, but Rwanda's not a Muslim country, is it?
Probably more Christian than anything, Rwanda, to be fair.
That's what I'm saying. But
the geezers,
no, he wasn't. He's from Wales. His parents were originally from Rwanda.
okay,
He was
but
born in Wales or whatever.
yeah, but what the thing is, it's mental health, and it's a
Yeah,
MK
apparently he's
Ultra
got
thing, isn't it?
ADHD. Has he got ADHD? No, he's got autism.
Yeah, so it's
boy.
well,
It's just an unfortunate thing of events that.
it's exactly the same as someone that happens in America with people on psychotropic drugs.
Oh yeah,
It's a classic MK Ultra thing, in my opinion.
okay. Or it's not. It's someone with
Who does that though?
because his brain doesn't work properly, and maybe he is taking in all this shit on social media and that, which can be to blame if you can't process stuff properly. I mean,
There's little kids. I mean,
people
who
are
does
out-
that?
No,
Like,
no.
no one goes and does that. Like,
Well, someone he just did it.
unless you're
Because his brain,
absolutely
yeah, but his
fucking
brain
lunatic.
doesn't work. No, his brain doesn't
Yeah,
work
yeah, yeah.
properly. So I don't know. Maybe he needed more help and he didn't get it. I'm not an excuse.
No, I know. Yeah, it's definitely mental illness. Absolutely, 100% mental illness.
There's lots of people.
People
who
will
have-
say it's not mental illness.
No, but there's lots of people
whatever.
in the past couple of days after that happened have looked at social media, have read a load of bullshit and lies that people put out, and then they've all gone onto the place
Yeah.
in Southport and rioted, and they were attacking what's it called, a mosque or whatever. I don't think the mosque was nothing to do with
Of
it.
course it
There's-
wasn't.
But this is
We
the
talked about this
division.
the other day, didn't
but
we?
you're
It was
saying,
like people are just waiting
how
for-
how can people do it? But those people who went and rioted in that, you push them a little bit further. All of them would.
No,
do
no,
it.
no. I wasn't on about that. Oh yeah, you're
All
right.
of them
yeah.
would do it to
Push them-
Muslims and that.
Yeah,
If you
without
start
having
that
mental health
you start that
problems, yeah.
boulder rolling, and they'll
Yeah.
first of all they'll start against adults, but eventually it'll roll down to the children. Like we've got to get rid of
Yeah.
them as well. That's how it happens. That's
Oh,
how
yeah,
this
yeah.
shit happens. And it's all like I was saying. One of my like Twitter X feeds is just full of that crap at the moment
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
look at that stuff because it's interesting to know different sides. I'm not pulled in by it. I don't read it and think, oh god, that's let's go and
Yeah.
kick them all out, and they're still going on about it's people coming over in boats. It's like most migrants, even illegal migrants, are not coming on fucking boats across the channel. It's just dumb people listening to dumb shit.
Some
And,
people
okay,
want-
they're probably the people who have got no inner monologue, but maybe they're not. I don't know. Or maybe it's probably not the people without an inner. It's probably the people with an inner monologue got too much fucking time to think in their head.
No, I don't think so.
I do.
Maybe. Just badness. Just people that have got bitterness and hate, and they want to take it out on somebody. And who are they going to blame? Someone with different colour skin, or someone who's a. But it work, I don't
Well, yeah, that's how it works, isn't it? Blame the other people. Blame someone else. Your problems are not all caused by the foreigner over there. It's been happening for forever. We've just
And
human
that's another
society
reason I
does
brought
it.
up sort of civil war, at the beginning, because a lot of people are like, yeah, they're heading for civil war. We probably, maybe,
I
some
think we
things,
are.
a
Just
lot of
say-
civil disorder, but
Yeah, civil disorder. I don't think we're heading for
but
civil
people,
war.
but it's not because of illegal immigration. That's been there's been a lot.
There
and there's
are
been
problems with
ish-
it. You
Yeah.
can't say there aren't problems with
No,
lots of,
100%. Yeah,
like
but it's
migration,
been
illegal or
That's
otherwise.
the problem. Reaction solution. They're creating the problem on purpose, which we've known for quite a while. To cause division in this country and other Western countries, so that they can come and they do whatever the fuck their plan is afterwards. But that is we know that.
Yeah,
It is happening. It's a thing. What happens with it? Not sure. It's only going to probably get worse, I'd imagine.
I expect
Say
it will.
Before the WEF comes in and saves us and it gets better.
Save anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving across the Atlantic, you got Trump, someone tried to shoot him, apparently. What do you reckon?
Well, someone did try to shoot him. It did look like...
Do you reckon the bullet hit his ear? Or do you reckon he was
No, I heard
a glass off the teleprompter?
Yeah, I mean, did he say it? I don't know if he said it.
No, he didn't. He said it was a bullet.
Oh, okay,
he said he'd been shot.
There was something... Well, someone tried to shoot him, regardless of who tried to shoot him and who... Like, there were, like, is it not the Democrats? I'll call it that, Democrats. People that don't like Trump saying Trump tried to set it up all by himself. And the people that support Trump say that they tried to kill him. So it's like... Yeah. It's not... You know what I mean? Like... So he's doing this rally. Do you know where it was? Do we care? We don't care.
I can't remember.
Probably knows this anyway,
Minnesota.
Okay.
Was that it, or was that where their Congress was held?
I have no idea. I don't really care, but we'll talk about it anyway. I don't give a fuck where it is. I don't fucking care. Fucking
Facts are important, bro. I keep telling you that.
Okay, so
I don't know. It's in America somewhere.
Yeah,
it's in the US, the United States of America.
So the
everyone, you don't have to tell everyone what happened. Everyone knows.
I'm going to tell you what I like, and people were right. Okay, so he's doing this, and everyone doesn't know.
Yeah, got him.
They might know. Which is Big Conspire. So I'm telling you the conspiracy bit.
Okay.
So he's up there doing his speech, and then there's a crowd there, and they're like, there's this man going up this ladder with a fucking gun, and people are going, look, there's a man going up there, pointing to the police. Look, man up there, gun. Police are like, I don't see no man with a gun. Where? And they're quite clearly pointing at him, and then he gets on the roof, and he gets his rifle out, and then you've got the Secret Service people like literally. So I understand because I wasn't there, but what I've seen of it, literally looking at this guy who's fucking setting a gun up on the however far away it was, and like waiting the X amount of whatever's. Oh, let's just let him try and shoot the president or the president, whatever.
You can call him Trump. President Trump. He was the president.
Because he was, yeah.
Former President Trump.
Yeah, former President Trump.
Who was at that very point pointing out how much immigration has come into his country.
Well, yeah.
So that's, and then, going back to our previous point about people spouting a load of old bullshit about immigrants. He's one of them.
And then, so the guy, like, they're watching him with this gun, and like, anyone else, anywhere in America, if you've got a gun near anyone like that, they'll fucking shoot you dead. You can be walking down the road and whatever, police to shoot you, and they're like, he's allowed to try and like have a shot at you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they shoot him, conveniently kill him afterwards. It's just like it's such a false flag on. We call it a false flag. It's all set up from one way or the other, and didn't they not get rid of the
Okay, some questions that you need to think about. Some questions to think about.
Some questions I can't answer.
Yeah, no, we can't answer them at all. The shooter. So if they had chosen this shooter, why was he known to be such a bad shot? Why would they get someone like that?
So that
because apparently he tried out for like his shooting club, and then he was like so terrible they wouldn't let him in.
So why would they get him?
I mean, he got close. I mean, if he'd done the shot that was that close to Trump, because it must have got close enough, even if it was a bit of glass that hit his ear.
It says
reading.
The U.S. Secret Service acting director said on Friday that local police in Pennsylvania warned that there was a man with a gun on a roof before the July the 13th attempted assassination of Donald Trump, but the message did not reach his agents. It's just stupid. He's 20 years old, assailant, opened fire on Republican president candidate.
Why would they not give him a gun with a... Oh no, they didn't give him because he got this gun off his dad, apparently. Like, why would they not set him up to make sure he had, like... Because he was only using the iron sights, he didn't have an actual scope on his gun, apparently.
Okay, but
if he was that bad a shot... No, I'm just saying, if he was that bad a shot, why would they not set it up to someone to pull the shot off if it was all deep state doing it?
No, but they might have known he was going to do it. Certainly, I mean...
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
unless they're really, really badly incompetent. Someone, you know what I mean? Like...
I'm just... If they want him to die, or is it just they don't really care, they just wanted the potential that maybe he would get shot, maybe not.
Maybe they thought,
yes.
Well, we'll let this roll, and hopefully...
I've got another one. Have you heard about the shooter on the water tower? Have you heard that theory?
I heard
There's
a little
another
bit
shooter
about
on the
that.
water tower.
Yeah,
Because
that
one of
actually
the
done the shot because
Yeah.
the other guy couldn't
I
shoot
don't know,
fucking
he's the
carrot
one.
or whatever.
And then again, if he was on a shooter on the water tower, that's obviously like a trained marksman. Why would he miss? I know Trump turned his head, but
But did he shoot the teleprompter, the guy on the water tower, and that was the plan in the first place?
That was the plan. Yeah, maybe. No,
the
because
other
also,
guy, the other guy. So you needed. So
also,
go on.
you've got. This is more conspiracy stuff. I've got no clue if this is
Well,
true.
this is called Big Conspire.
The police said that the marksman who shot the boy on the roof done a 400, let's say 400. I don't know the exact 430-yard shot, but to the roof is 380 yards, but to the water tower is 430 yards. So did the
Right? Say that again. Say that again. So
the police or whatever the Secret Service said that the bloke who took the shot that killed the bloke on the roof, done a 430-yard shot.
Right.
Someone said they'd measured it with maps, whatever, from where the counter sniper, was, to the boy on the roof was 380 yards, but from the counter sniper to the water tower was 430 yards. So they're saying they shot someone on the water tower as well as the boy on the roof. So who was that?
I thought you were saying that the guy in the water tower shot the man on the roof.
No. The man on the water tower was there as the proper assassin. But then why would they shoot him? They would let him get away. It doesn't, I don't know. Is there two? There's always two, isn't there?
There's always two. Well, you need two shooters.
There's always at least two. Also, I was listening to, they were, it must have been FBI, I think, laying out what went on as he was going through the minutes about they cited him.
Yeah.
What's his name? Crook. Cited Crook. He was here, and then they saw him with a rifle, and then they saw him with a rangefinder, and then blah blah. And they're going through like the times, and then BV said, "Oh, we recovered his car, but they also recovered a van with explosives." We didn't drive a van and a car, so what's the two vehicles? Or did he just mix up and he meant to say van and he said car?
So you reckon the car had explosives in it?
No, the van, there was a white van recovered which apparently had IEDs in it, like an IED, which could have been remotely detonated, apparently. But when the FBI was talking about recovering vehicles, he said he recovered the shooter's car. They've recovered his car. Well, how did he drove there in a car? What's to do with the van?
Maybe he drove his car to the van. Picked up the van.
No, the car's at the shooting where the shooter was, and so was this van they recovered. Whether he just misspoke and he meant to say van, but he said car. Did the boy drive there in a van?
Oh, it's all.
I mean, it's one of those ones where you just read through little bits. But I was watching parts of the actual FBI saying, going through what had happened, like as an official statement. And he said car. But there was definitely a van that was meant to have explosions in it. What's all that about?
I didn't know that. I didn't see that bit.
What, about the van?
No, about the explosives with vans. The van.
Okay. I'm looking up now, aren't you?
I need to see if it was on there. I'll have to look that up. I didn't see that, to be honest with you.
Okay, so do you think?
I didn't look into it enough.
No, none of us. Well, because there's so much bullshit around it straight away.
Yeah, disinfo,
saying there was like one person was meant to have done it, and then another person. And then I still see people saying that it was the original name that people put out, trying to put his face to it, like when you look at the man on the person on the roof who's dead, and
Then they like put some name out, and he was like, "Actually, is this one?" And he said, I'm still alive. It's not me."
Yeah.
And if so, they had to change it, or it was just like actually.
Well, no, I think that's
the real
just
person out.
People
just being
speculating to begin with because they might have seen someone and they're just trying to find someone who looks like that.
There was some. We talked about this, obviously not on this, but about the. I saw the video. There was a woman literally sitting behind him who gets her camera out.
That's a bit strange.
Starts filming it before it happens, and she's just like so calm, just like, I'm just going to film this shit. But some people are a bit weird like that, And you
got that other weird man. What's the man who's sitting behind him in the crowd who they say is JFK Jr.?
Yeah, JFK Jr. Yeah, that's like.
And he's just sitting. I can't remember his name now. People know who's listening to this. But I mean, obviously he's not JFK fucking Jr., is he?
Yeah.
But he's all like a Trump supporter. I think he's been to all the right. But he just sits there as well. He don't move. All a bit
And
strange.
people were like the Secret Service agents, like ushering people away before the shot and stuff.
Yeah,
It's just,
I mean that could be coincidence.
well,
like,
they
from
might
the
be
back
ushering
of
people away because they've heard that they've reported it, because they said
Yeah,
there was
maybe,
a thing,
maybe.
you know.
There
and they
could
were
be
too
like
slow
a suspicious move,
acting with it.
and we need to
Yeah.
get this area clear. Or there could be like
Yeah.
the things coming, we need to get this area clear. We don't know. Or it could just be like there shouldn't be people here. Let's get this area clear. Could be any
Yeah,
of those.
maybe. Yeah.
I still want to know. Do you think the bullet hit his ear?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think
Would
so.
have blown
either.
his ear off, wouldn't it?
I mean, it must because the next day he was out golfing and he didn't have anything on his ear. And the day after that, he went to his rally and he had that big fucking pillow on his ear. And then everybody who saw him put a big pillow on there. It's like, this is not a cult at all, is it? We don't do this sort of. Yeah, not
Yeah.
fucking following a cult. It's like the life of Brian with his gourd, isn't it? It's like, oh, we'll have the gourd of whatever and got his sandal. It's like, oh, all a bit that.
Andy Bryan is a bit like that.
And just when he's getting ushered away from the stage and he does that fight thing, puts his hands up.
Yeah.
That looks staged there, but it also could just show how stupid he is, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I generally,
What do you mean stupid, or like he can like
no, I generally
jump
believe,
on a moment sort of thing?
yeah, but if it was you there, would you have done that? Like, people are trying to kill you, you got Secret Service around you, so you come out of the Secret Service huddle.
Ego's massive.
Yes, it is massive, and I also think I think if he'd done an IQ test, he wouldn't have. I don't think he'd reach 100 on his IQ.
I
I
don't
really,
know.
honestly don't. I mean, he's got smarts for certain things, but I don't
Yeah.
think he's that intelligent.
Like the street things that, I mean,
Because I just,
Yeah, I suppose
maybe his IQ is just so huge that it overrides all the other stuff. He's like,
no. Also,
his IQ
someone
is
could
so
make
big.
just because you can sell drugs, etc., and terrorize people doesn't mean you've got a good IQ. Sort of,
No,
on the, streets like sort
This
of
is what
just
I've
talking
s-
about in that kind of thing. Like,
just what I've seen of him over the past few years, because he's been in the thing. I don't get the impression that he's a very smart man in like
do you think
intellectually
he's
smart.
do you think he's a puppet of someone else?
Yeah, I don't think he knows he is, but I definitely think he is.
Like,
Yeah.
well, no, everybody's
I mean,
like being pulled
or
some
maybe
way, but
he can.
do you think,
I think
he knows he is, or you don't? Think,
No.
you think he's just? You think
No,
he's
I
his
don't
own
think. I
person?
think his ego's so big. I don't think he'd allow himself, which is probably why, because he's not that smart as well. I think his ego's so big that it allows him to be manipulated. I reckon he's really, really easily manipulated. If you say, when you get that sort of person, you tell him something, like someone said something about you, and he'd be like, right, I'm going to get back at him. And you can just manipulate him really easily in that way. I reckon. I think.
maybe.
I could be wrong. I've never met the man, but it's just observation. You've met people like that all your life, haven't you? Like,
Oh yeah.
big egos, and you can say stuff to him which will trigger him to do something, and he seems like he's one of those people. He must be, yeah. Or you can say stuff to him subtly to manipulate him to make him think it's his idea. I think he's one of those. So yeah, I think he's massively being manipulated. Because even when he run before, a lot of people said he didn't really have any real policies of his own. Like, he didn't have any true convictions. It was
Right.
just what people told him would get him to be president. And now, this whole Christian, conservative Christians, he's jumped on that sort of bandwagon now more than last time, because he knows it's potentially going to get him somewhere.
Well, whatever gets in the money and the power, or whatever.
Yeah, he'll say whatever to whoever and do whatever to get there.
I'll fucking do whatever it takes.
No, I do think
Literally.
that. I'm sorry if there are Americans listening to this, or people from
I'm
the
not.
US who disagree with me. You can be allowed to disagree with me. That's fine.
Send us an email.
Yes,
Not full of malware.
yeah. We're all full of. I'm still reading that book. We're all full of malware anyway.
Yeah,
So
we're fucked, aren't we? Yeah.
whatever.
Could hear whispering then. Someone just malwared us. What do you think of as we're talking about fucking politics, Biden suddenly
Disappearing.
or whatever.
Is he dead?
appearing?
Have you seen the
It could be getting a
Have
new
you seen the
body, just
replacement
like,
Biden? The long-legged replacement Biden.
Seen a few.
There's like recently, the past week, wherever, there's like another Biden, but he's like really, he looks a lot taller than the old Biden, and he just
Is he not the real Biden then? Maybe.
No, he's a fake Biden. But they just we'll
How
just use
tall
this
was the
bloke.
original Biden though?
I don't know. I just it doesn't. The proportions are wrong. And,
Wrong, yeah. So do you think he's dead? Or just to mention it out?
Probably not.
He's probably just dribbling somewhere, like.
Yeah, he's probably just too far gone. They just get him out. Get him out of here.
Do you know what? There is too much. There's too much of, is it, isn't it, whatever. Like when they like if they all just took their masks off and they were like slimy aliens, people would just still be like,
Oh well,
immigrants.
they're in charge, aren't they? They'd be like
Yeah.
that. They're in charge. Are you going to lower our taxes? And the alien would be like, oh, yes, we lower your taxes. Will that mean that people worse off will probably, die? It's like, they will die. Well, that's all right. We've got lower taxes. It's all good.
yeah,
Carry on, aliens.
Yeah.
It'll be that. Probably. I'll be one of them. Like, okay, I'll get lower taxes, so I'll be fine.
Higher taxes. Tax.
Well, obviously, yeah, lower taxes means, because it's 1984, so lower taxes means higher taxes.
Oh yeah.
Peace means
yeah, of
war.
course.
War means peace,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. It's all that.
Yeah. Black is
And
white. And
yeah, black is white. Kamala, is that how you say it now?
Kamala.
There's a big Kamala. No, it's
Kamala.
Kamala like Pamela in it. There's a big thing
Kamala.
about that. It's like it doesn't matter that much. Although
Yeah.
apparently people say it wrong because they're being racist. I don't.
oh,
I say it wrong because I'm English and
she hasn't got an
it's
excuse though, because she's young-ish, so she can't really have dementia.
Okay.
But she still seems like she has.
Do you know what? This is a thing. We watch a lot of, I listen to a lot of right-wing or more to the right podcasts and that.
Racist.
Well, no, it's not racist. It's
Why is it
whatever
right-wing?
I don't know. They
'cause
just
it's not-
most sort of conspiracy flavoured podcasts generally drift more to the right, don't they?
Well, what do you call right-wing? I know what you're saying, but what do you mean?
You know what I mean? They're not left wing. They're not people. Most of them
They're
don't
not
support the
socialist,
Democrats,
they
do
don't
they?
have social. Yeah, but
No.
Democrats
I'm
not
just
really
saying they don't
socialist,
port. Most of them go more
but
right
usually
than
Republican,
left.
Trump and stuff like
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I'd say
Generally,
yeah.
I mean, don't always support Trump, but they don't
Yeah.
support the Democrats, and
rights.
all that sort of free
Yeah.
freedom. I'm not saying
Yeah.
not freedom's a bad thing, but
a bit
you know what
gaudy.
you know what I mean. They
I know
generally
what you mean.
go
Yeah,
that
I'll go
way,
with that.
and a lot
Yeah.
of the time what I've seen about Kamala. I'm thinking to myself, is that it doesn't matter. That's the way we're saying it in this podcast at the moment. They give you clips
Kamala?
about her talking, and some of it sounds like gibberish. I've also seen some on like social media where there was one where she's sort of slurring as if she's drunk and that, but apparently that's a fake.
Yeah,
That was
probably,
fake. But in the past, because she's stepping forward and she's going to probably be the nominee, I don't know, they can fight out whether that's legal or, is it democratic to just put her in there? Like, who the fuck cares? They just
Well,
choose
we've got
whatever.
to look at our country, innit? Just like vote someone in and someone else takes their place.
But I've actually seen her talking, like her speeches a lot more, and she isn't a gibbering wreck. I was like, what? This isn't the same person I've been listening to. Have you not seen that? I mean, maybe it's if
she can talk, but if she's asked a question that she ain't prepared for,
yeah, I think maybe that's it. Maybe if she's prepared, she's a very, very good speaker. If it's all in front of her, maybe
top prosecutor, isn't she?
Maybe if it's off the cuff, hasn't got a lot to say.
They
Like,
asked her about
she
how
can't
you're
make
going
it
to
up.
bring down inflation. Well, prices have gone up. And
Yeah.
has gone down. It's like she was so stuck. I mean, I don't know. I don't care, I'm
I've
not
heard
voting
that,
for
and
them,
it
whatever, but-
sounds ridiculous. But also, I've heard her speaking, like, to do with things. I think, fuck me, she's a really good, in that sense, she sounded like a really good orator.
Or
I don't know.
whatever you
We'll just
wanna
have to
call
wait
it.
and see.
Potato.
It'd be interesting to.
Didn't we
to
talk about this
see-
a good couple of years ago, saying that she's going to replace Biden?
Yeah, I
She's
think
there,
everyone. Everyone did.
he
I'm
was
not
just
sure
there
it counts.
just as
I'm not
like
sure it counts though. Does it now?
well, when
Does
it's
it count?
been so long.
Yeah, I don't.
Well,
Because I think if they could have got away with getting Joe through with his state, I think he just got too far gone where they couldn't pretend it wasn't.
they need
Because
to keep him there. They wanted
for
to
like-
get him in, and then she
for
would
ages.
replace him.
Yeah, for ages now.
Because now she has to run as an actual, full presidency as opposed
Yeah,
to
for
being
ages
put in
now.
there.
Like I say, we listen to these podcasts and they've been playing the clips of Biden being like being incoherent and going off, whereas the media that most people listen to scoop over that and don't play. They don't show you that, do they? But I think he got to the point where He was
like
on
the live thingy.
Yeah,
live,
the debate. It was
yeah.
on there, and they could no longer pretend it wasn't happening. So I think it got to that point. If that hadn't happened, maybe they'd give him more drugs and upped him up a bit, which they occasionally before they've seemed to be able to do. Obviously, maybe it's not working anymore. He's too far gone. So they had to switch it out. But I think if they could have got him through to the end to another term and put him against Trump, they would have done that. I don't think it was their plan to switch him out now.
Yeah,
it's too late. It's too late in the day.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
And that's what
Who are you voting for then?
What out of them two? I'm voting for what's his name, RFK 2.0.
Voting, man.
We're not voting because we're actually talking about voting in the American elections. This is what I'm going to put forward to the I don't know how I put it forward to, but there's like the thingy college, isn't there, in America? What's it called?
The college vote or whatever it is.
The Imperial College. That's not what it's called.
No, it's not the Imperial College. The British Imperial College.
Right.
Yeah.
Shouldn't, because the American president is so powerful and he basically dictates what goes on in the world, shouldn't the rest of the world get some votes in that college?
But now, again, we're talking about one.
No, we're not talking about that.
Government.
We're just talking about having a say on something that affects the rest of the world. Come on, America, come on, people from the US, you must agree with us. The rest of the world should get a say in who runs your country, because your country runs the rest of the world. Surely that's only democratically right. We should all have a say in who runs the world.
Just like America has a say in everybody else's country.
Yes, exactly. So we should all get what's it called? The thingy college, electoral college. We should get some. The rest of the world should
How does
get.
that even work? What is that? I mean, I've heard them talk about it, but
it's all to do with like
I don't understand it.
Like different states have different amount of people, like different weights, don't they? Like California has, let's say 14, and Wisconsin has 2, and then Texas has 12. Like things, and then they all add it all up at the end.
Well, and then
like points. It's like a point system. Like 12 from California, 12 are for Democrats and 2 are for the Republicans. But Texas, all 12 are for the Republicans. So that means that's 14 for the Republicans and 12 for the Democrats. Isn't that how it works? Something like a point system?
I have no idea. I know about it, but I don't know. The electoral college vote, isn't it?
Yeah.
Electoral college
but anyway,
vote.
some of those points.
Is it colleges then? Is it? What is it?
No, it's electoral. It's just a word for it, Rick. Not colleges. It's like our constituencies type thing.
What?
We're talking gibberish. I mean, that's the way I.
You should have got your American mates come and explain the American elections. He probably didn't even know.
No, he don't know either. We tried that before. Remember a couple of years ago 4 years ago, when
was it the last one?
Nah, I don't know. Or just after. It was just afterwards, and Dean come on, and he didn't even have a clue what was going on. Did he?
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah,
it's like he couldn't even quite work out who were the Democrats and who were the Republicans, if I remember.
No. Yeah, good point. Yeah.
I don't know. That's your homework for next year, is to find out how the electoral college works.
What was that?
Because I would say next week, but you won't do that.
Don't be a bitch about it. What's happening next week? We're probably doing this.
I'm probably not.
I've got nothing arranged, man. Not going out. Got no money.
So you don't think that's a good idea then, that we get a say in their elections?
I think it's a great idea. I think everyone should get
democracy.
Everyone should
get a say in everyone's elections.
Yeah,
we should just have one government and everyone has a say in it.
Oh, what a great idea!
Who can we get to implement that? There's this place called the WF. Maybe they should implement it. They got some great ideas and lots of power.
They've got some great ideas. I'll have a word. I'll send an email.
Okay.
Shut up, dog. Sorry, my dog.
Anything else? You got anything else going on?
Yeah. I found something earlier. Here it is.
Go on in.
I'm not sure how relevant it is to anything, but Russia deploys Caliber cruise missile carriers into the Black Sea. On the morning of August the 2nd, Russia deployed 2 Russian ships capable of launching Caliber cruise missiles into the Black Sea, according to a telegram update from the Ukrainian Navy. Oh, it's from the Ukrainian Navy. 2 ships mentioned are equipped with Caliber cruise missiles with potential salvo of up to 8 missiles. Are they, is that nukes? Meanwhile, there is no hostile naval presence in the sea as of. In the Mediterranean Sea, 2 enemy ships have been detected, one of which is Caliber. This is from the Ukraine. Caliber missile carrier of a total capacity of up to 16 missiles. The Navy reported that over the past day, in the interest of Russia, the following vessels passed through. I don't care about that. But basically, they've deployed some
Missile
missiles.
boats.
Ukraine, yeah, it's obviously Ukraine are after some anti-missile or some more funding. But I think it was like for the first time ever, Russia have deployed their 3 of their submarines with nuclear-capable missiles or something.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I'm sure it was like the first time they've, or maybe it's the first time they put 3 into a certain area, because I don't know. That's all still pretty.
Does it? Do you think it really matters with those submarines though? Like where you put them? Like
well, yeah,
I'm pretty
because
sure
of the
those
range,
missiles have
but-
got fucking huge ranges on them, haven't they? I suppose it's
I mean,
quicker.
to be fair, they can go
the
where
closer they
want,
are,
really,
the
can't
quicker
they?
they're. Yeah, the closer they are, the quicker to target, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean they're pretty much undetectable, aren't they? Almost until they surface, and then they just
No.
launch, and then they're
Are they?
well, apparently.
Apparently, I'm not so sure. Submarines are
I don't know.
undetectable anymore.
You think they just know where they are all the time?
Well, we know America have got stuff that can detect pins dropping under the ocean, sort of thing.
They've got spaceships that fly to the other side of the fucking universe, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We
well,
don't know what
then
we
it's
don't
all
know.
all smoke and mirrors, then, isn't it?
Forget about that, don't we? You know, we talk about this stuff, then you realise there's an interdimensional war going on we're infinite beings of immortal light and shit like that. But we talk about the mundane
It's
stuff.
not a war though.
Something's going on. Is it not a war?
There
I
might
don't
be a
know.
war, but if you're immortal beings of light, then the war's pointless. It's just a sideshow,
No.
isn't it?
Well, I suppose, yeah. Well,
In that sense. So why are you worried?
infinite immortal beings of light can still be trapped.
Yeah, but you won't. You'll die. You'll go back to light.
You don't die. But you can still be.
Your body gets
manipulated. You can still
destroyed.
Get your body. I'm not on about your body. It's like
What are you
I'm
on
on
about?
about
What are
like.
you worried about missiles then?
I
Have
don't
they
know.
got
You're
missiles
right.
that destroy your
Exactly.
being?
Did
I don't know
you what I
what's-
just said? Did I not just say that?
And you're arguing with me about me saying what are you worried about?
Oh, yeah, exactly. I'm not worried about it because yeah, it's the same thing. And it's like, you know, we're going on about this and then miss all the other sort of interdimension. And it's good to talk about politics and you know the stuff that maybe are affecting you and why your psyche's a bit whatever and blah blah and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Other than that,
Had
don't know.
enough now.
Enough. That it.
Should we go?
We can go if you want. Yeah,
You got anything else to talk about?
not really. I'll summon some
Brain's
dreams
fried.
up and we can smash the dreams out. We'll do some dimensional stuff.
We'll take
But
it
we-
easy.
we-
It's the first time we've been back for fucking Christ knows how long.
Yeah, we don't want to burn us
You're
out.
saying it's
do
a
we?
couple of weeks. I'm saying it's 2 months, but whatever.
It's at least 6 weeks. I'd say.
Okay.
Cool.
Anyway.
Anyway, we're the Big Conspire.
Yeah.
We are the Big Conspire. We're not.
What are you
were.
doing?
I
Social
know, what am I
media.
doing?
We'll be back next week. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
There's no silence.